Variables are used to store data in a script. We can use variables to store strings, numbers, and other data types. To declare a variable, we have to write a variable name and then followed by an equal sign to the value. This value can be number, string, any kind of data type which supports bash. For example, create a variable name and use this equal sign. To be note here, we cannot use any space between the equal sign. So it is equal sign, and after that the value is, let's say, John. Now that we have our variable, to access the value of variable in bash, it is recommended and it's a syntax to use the dollar sign and the name of the variable. So to print the variable, we can use echo. Echo is a kind of a syntax which gives us an way to print something on terminal. So now if we save our file and run it on our terminal using dot slash our file name, which is skip.sh, if we hit enter, it will print the value of the name variable. For variables, we used double quotation instead of single quote, and also and again ensure there is no space between them, between the sign. In variable, we can also store number as well. Let's create a variable called s and its value, let's give it 18. And using the echo sign, I'm printing this variable using double quotation. I am the value of accessing is, we are using dollar sign and then years old and closed by double quotation. So now if we run this script again, we will see I am 18 years old. Here 18 is taken from the age variable. If we change it here 20 and run it again, we will see it's 20 years old. Now let's take a look at once using the single quotation. You see it throws an error for matching. If we remove this one, and you will see it's printing the age as an string. It did not reference the variable value. So it's important to use double quotation when we are accessing value from another variable. So now that we have seen the string and number value as well, let's see another data type, which is array. An array is a kind of data type which gives us an way to store multiple value. So this can be, and let's say rupees, and the value is 1 2 3. So there will be multiple type of value. So instead of this syntax, bash gives us an syntax which is the using first bracket parenthesis. Inside that we will use our value. Now that we have our variable, we can how we can access the value of orange. So here an array is respected index is started with 0. So here apple index 0 1 and 2. So to access the value of apple, we'll use the echo sign. I like using the dollar sign and then a curly bracket given the variable name, and then let's using the end quotation. If we run this code, we see I like apple. Because puts, it's always by default take the first index. If we want to take the second index, we have to define it in a box bracket. Let's give it index 1. So if we run it again, you can see it takes like orange. If we give it value 2, you will able to see I like banana. So these are few things about variables which help us to store information in a variable and then use it in other reference.